Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with some speculation spoilers because some of them are a little hard to read, but we have Believe from M15. They're in Duel of Planeswalkers, but they're new cards, which makes me wonder that they're going to be in M15. We got a bunch, so let's take a look here. We got some old cards that are in Duel of the Planeswalkers, such as Baneslayer Angel, Shadowborn Demon, Rock's Faithmender, Aegis Angel, all classic, old school kind of core set cards with new borders, which is interesting. Then we have this guy, which I can't really read it. Also, we're going to skip him and this legendary, who's blue. We get Cruel Sadist, a black for a 1/1 human something. I think it's a human. One black, tap it, pay one life, put a 1/1 counter on it. Tap two and a black, tap it. Remove X 1/1 counters from the Sadist, and it deals X damage, I believe, to target creature, but it might be target opponent. It could be one or the other. It's a rare, and it's actually a pretty decent grindy card if you're willing to mess around somehow with 1/1 counters in your deck, then it can be really great because it puts counters on itself, and if you can double them up or add them even more, it can be huge damage late game, which is why it's rare, even though it's low. So I kind of like it. Limited, it could definitely be something. Outside of that, not really going to see much play, I think. Runescar Demon needed a reprint. It was starting to rise in price, and it's a card that just about every EDH player needs. We got Ogre Battle Driver, Shivan Dragon. We had the Hydra we talked about, Duel of the Planeswalkers, but it's also an M15. So, yeah, I'm guessing these cards are probably going to be M15 as well. And then we have this card here, Photos Titan, but we have this one we have a high-res image. Phyto Titan, 6 for a 7/2 plant elemental. Classic card, even though it's a D15, but it's a classic card for a core set. When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control at the beginning of his or her next upkeep. So it teaches you upkeep, it teaches you recursion of a kind, and it's just a big green creature. What makes this card very awkward, though, is that it doesn't have trample, it doesn't have haste, and when it dies, it returns to play tapped, which means you need to untap it. So if they put something like Rancor into the core set, I could definitely see that being a thing in Limited. I mean, 6 mana, or 7 mana, because you have the Rancor, to swing potentially for 9, that could be maybe something. It just seems a bit awkward for what it is. Definitely a great blocker. No big creature wants to swing into this and die through the 7, and then you get it back. So that's kind of interesting. As a rare, it's an up and down card. Could be a bomb, but it would be really awkward to make work in Limited. Then we have Elite Vanguard. Angelic Accord, I believe, is the card. We got a couple of others. This one is the Switcheroo, I think it's called, which is you can exchange control creatures. It's a good card. Blah, 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 blah. And then we have two. Some of these we recognize, like Jade Mage makes Saprolings, but some of them are hard to read. Volcanic Geyser, I think, is new art. That's a good Wrath effect. And then we have over here 2 cards. We have Hot Soup, which I'm pretty sure is a new card, and Meteorite. And Hot Soup, is, according to speculation at least, is an equipment card for 1, although over here it looks like 2 or 3, so I don't know why they're speculating 1. It's an equipment, uncommon. It gives the equipped creature unblockable, and whenever the equipped creature does damage, destroy it. And the equipped cost is, well, you can't read the equipped cost. But that's what's being speculated about it, not from this image, from another image. And if that's the case, if it costs 3 mana, and let's say it costs 1 or 2 to equip, the fact that you have to lose the creature when it does damage is kind of annoying, really annoying card. It could swing games, but it's going to be really weird card to use. Meteorite, on the other hand, is really interesting. It's 5 mana for an artifact. That's an uncommon, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals, they're not sure if it's 1 or 3 damage, but 1, 2, or 3. It wouldn't be more than that for 5 mana, but my guess would be 3, personally. And it's tap it, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So it's kind of a mana rock, gives you fixing into late game to hopefully get your bigger creatures into play, but it also would do, hopefully, 3 damage. If it's 1 damage, which are speculating, it's stupid as can be, really. 2 mana extra over regular mana rocks to do that would be so dumb. And yeah, but if it's 3 damage, I could definitely see it being a nice win card. It could also potentially kill creatures and lower opponents' life totals. Be a very nice card for aggro decks to give them that fixing late game they need. And then just lastly, the Conspiracy cards haven't finished coming, but we have a couple more in the spoiler. Lizard Warrior is a 4 for 4/2 boring is what it is. And then over here we have, I don't think we've seen this one before, Secret Summoning. It's hidden agenda whenever a creature with a chosen name enters the battlefield under your control. You may search your library for any number of cards of that name, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your library. What makes this card great is if you draft, 2, 3, 4 cards of the same kind, this card will give you the ability to go grab them which is really nice for multiples. Of course, you need to have those multiples, but it could be a later game conspiracy pick in the draft. So that's some spoiler speculation. Some of these cards are spoilers and some of them are speculating so far, but hopefully we'll hear some more about M15 as Conspiracy wraps up and comes out in the next week or so, and we'll be able to get right into those spoilers. As well, I have a Nekusar, the Mindrazor deck tech coming to you guys very soon. It's in production right now. I hope you guys will enjoy that and stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, tap the like button if you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxbox90 signing out. See you guys next time.